Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, blogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments, vlogs such as
5 minutes with the G,
The Straight Shooting View,
Coaching with JBK,
audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Podomatic, Spotify,
Mixcloud
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook,
and our official website www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat,
the pitch is where we sleep,
and the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now. I can see you now and then. I can see you now.
Welcome to
Coaching with JBK. Welcome to yours truly, JBK's Euro 2020 special. We're now looking at the quarterfinals of this Euros, and it's been impressive to say the least. There have been many surprises from the second round all the way up, and we're just getting started. It's been an interesting one. So we'll get started. We'll get started with all these games coming up. Our first one that we're going to have is Switzerland versus Spain, and that's going to be in Russia, in St. Petersburg. So the first game of the weekend will be Switzerland-Spain. Ironically, between the Spanish and Swiss, they've had a lot of matches. The first one dating back to 1925. Ironically, this time, this in a summer where Spain won 3-0. Their last game since then was November 2020, and it was a draw. It was an interesting draw. Spain won the game before that, but it was in the Nations League, as you know. And since then, it's been an up and down situation for Switzerland and their record of games. Spain haven't lost a game for quite some time. Their last loss was against Ukraine, but they've had a lot of draws. Now, whatever comes, we're going to see an intense battle, because this is for a place in the semi-finals of the Euros. And the team that Switzerland beat, ironically, France, well, that game seemed to be sewn up at 3-1. Now, all of a sudden, it wasn't. And on the same exact day, just about a few hours before, in Copenhagen, Spain played Croatia, and that game was 3-1. And it seemed to be sewn up. But both games ended either in extra time or on penalties, and Switzerland, to the surprise of everybody, beat the world champions, France. And on the other side of that, you also had the win for Spain, where they won in extra time 5-3. Morata has still been slowly getting himself into the game, slowly getting himself forward. It's been interesting to say the least, but you know what? Hopefully he does come good. Seferovic will be up there as well. Mbola will be going for it. Hopefully there's going to be some interesting games, interesting moments in the game come tomorrow. We also have Belgium, Italy in Munich. So with that game, it's been an interesting one between the two, with them playing quite a few games, ironically. So they played 22 games over a long period of time. Their first game coming back on the 1st of May 1913, which Italy won 1-0. And then on top of that, their last game was ironically in the last Euros, 2016, so 5 years ago. And now, Italy have got everything to kind of gain from this. Belgium have a point to prove, and it's going to be an interesting one going forward. Can they do so within this game by winning it? And I'll say Belgium have a chance. Lukaku and co will have a chance. The Red Devils will have a chance, because they've got a lot of talent that can hurt you in different areas of the pitch, and maybe put a good chance on goal in the area, which at the moment Italy haven't really faced. Their first, when they played Austria in the last game at Wembley, ironically, their game against Austria, the only chance that Austria really had was their goal, which was in extra time. Now, if Italy can get Spinazzola on the ball a little bit more, which I think Roberto Martinez will come with a challenge for his defenders to deal with, I believe, then you won't see much of Spinazzola in the game. But if they allow him to run down that left wing, he may just cause a lot of problems, and it may just be Italy in the semi-final. But my thing will be, if Lukaku can come good in the quarter-final, it could be a Belgium-Spain semi-final. Could be. Let me know about your predictions. What do you think? This is going to be an interesting one going forward. We also have on Saturday the Czech Republic against Denmark, all the way in Baku, Azerbaijan. Now, let's see how that goes, because that's also going to be a game where England are going to have their eyes on that, focused, and so will Ukraine, because they played their game in Rome literally as the last game of the quarterfinals. So let's see. There's no home field advantage for any of these teams, but you know that there's going to be some interesting rollouts going forward. So with the Czech Republic, who have won it before, but as Czechoslovakia, that's the difference. They've had some good, interesting games with Denmark, coming back as going as far back as the 11th of June 1922, where Czechoslovakia won it 3-0. One of the great teams of the let's say years gone by. Let's put it that way. Let's put it in a way that it doesn't feel so harsh on history. Let's go years gone by. And Czechoslovakia, like I said, have won it before. And then you go in the opposite direction, where Denmark in 1992, who played in the last tournament that was hosting the back pass rule, the Euros with the back pass rule, which literally was abolished. Now you'll start to see that Denmark has won it as well. They played in 1992, and they were only there because of a technicality. Not going to go into the technicality, but as you do, what a game that will be. And coming to the next game going forward, their last game was a friendly in, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. And it was a 1-1 draw. But tomorrow it's going to be an interesting game going forward, because the stakes are a lot more higher than just a friendly. Let's see how it goes between the two teams, for sure. And then, of course, the final game between everybody will be Ukraine versus England in Rome. Now, these two teams haven't met as much, and the last game really was in 2000. So it's been there's not much history behind this one, and a lot of it is going to be about who can really stand out on the day when it comes to Ukraine versus England. Now, Raheem Sterling has had a very good tournament. Yarmolenko has started to show what he can do. Yaremchuk got the winning goal to make sure that they beat Sweden in extra time, just to meet England in this round. And it's going to be just one of those where you've got to really grind out a few hard results to get to the final, really. And I think this is what it's going to be for England. England will no doubt want to get to Italy, show what they really are made of, and hopefully put a good run of results to get to the final, and maybe even win it. I know that there's been talk of that before, but it seems like the hope of the England nation are now resting on what happens in Rome. Their last game before was the 2013. So that's how long ago it was. And it was a 0-0 draw. Will we see the same thing before penalties? And of course, England have only changed that hoodoo of penalties once in that long period of time that they've been playing. 2018 World Cup, they beat Colombia on penalties. Besides that, they've not won the league. They've not won anything yet, but it was a huge victory that maybe things are gonna change here, and hopefully, penalties wise, you never know what could happen. So let's see what comes with it. My predictions: England Denmark semi-final, sorry. England-Denmark semi-final with Spain and Belgium in the other semi-final. Have I got my predictions right? Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. We're going to get there. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Yours truly, coaching with JBK. All down to the one thing that we're wanting to see now, a Euros 2020 special. Let's see what the semi-final brings to light, and then hopefully we will catch each other for the semi-final. Yours truly, still here. Speak soon. Join the Pitch Talk revolution.
Check out the official Pitch Talk website.
www.pitch-talk.com